I'm here to, first of all, thank God for the gift of life, but also for this award. I've not got in terms with it because I'm too excited. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to thank God enough. But I'm also grateful to all Ugandans, to every single Ugandan that believed in me, supported me, prayed for me, did everything to help me go through this trying moment that I really faced. I've had so many people asking so many questions about this award. But maybe as journalists, you'll have to share some of those few questions that people have. You'll ask me some of those few questions that people have been asking. If I'm to tell the public of how I feel, I'm really happy. I'm so grateful to God. I'm healed. I think it's the right word to use. This award healed all my pain. Because I had so many questions that were really unanswered. If I may share my story, or if I may remind you, I've been in NRM because I was born from the NRM family. I've never supported any other party. I believed so much in NRM, and I still believe into it. But there are so many questions that came into my life when I saw much tortured, or went through torture and pain because of telling the truth. Some of my mentors, the NRM cadres, the likes of General Kahindo Tafire, the likes of our own president, General Museveni, and so many others, they raised us during those cadreship courses. They used to stand by the truth, to love the country, to do the right thing, to fight against corruption, and so many other things. But to my surprise, I was shocked when I was hit so bad, to the extent of taking me to Luzira twice for standing by the truth, for just exposing corruption. When this award came, because all my life I've been asking, who will ever understand the truth that I've been telling? Who will ever believe in me? Who will ever believe really I did not do that? When I got calls, there's some gentleman who called me and he told me he was working with an Australian international organization called Blueprint, and he introduced, at first he told me he was a journalist. He told me, hi Sarah, is this Sarah Kitty? He cautioned me and said, please and please tell us only, or share with me only, what you're sure it is the truth and you have evidence about it. So whatever thing you tell me or issue you raise, you must share the evidence. I told him my story. I shared all the possible evidence that I had. And then he told me he was a journalist. They were going to come up with a story, but they had to carry up investigations. And he told me, you might not see this story next week or this month because we need to investigate this. After so many months, I had even forgotten about him. I got his call again, and he told me, I am sorry, I am so and so. Do you remember me? I said yes. And then he told me, I'm sorry that I lied to you, that I was working for a newspaper. Actually, I'm working for some international organization that investigates on issues of corruption and all that. He told me so many things that I may not be able to remember to the dot. And that's when he told me about Blueprint, and he told me I had won the award. Believe me, I first of all thought this was maybe a con man or someone who was just telling lies and all that. I said, okay. Then he told me, please, would you share with me your email address such that I give you because the first information I shared, it was on WhatsApp. Then I can give you the official communication. This gentleman sent me an award letter. And then later he asked for an address because as you all know, I didn't have my passport, that maybe I could travel there. So I sent the address, and they sent me, or they shipped me in this award. After seeing the award, that's when I realized it was genuine and it was true. Then I started investigating on the organization and all of that. So what I would like to inform Uganda, dedicate this award to all the oppressed Ugandans. This is not about political parties. There are very good people in NRM, and they are worse. There are those people who are worse in NRM. There are very good people in all these other political organizations, and there are people who are really mean, and they are worse. It's all about individuals. It's not all about political parties or backgrounds and all that. This kind of fight that I went through, it taught me a lot of stuff. For the very first time, my eyes were opened. Because before, I used to think NRM was maybe a party for the holy. I didn't believe, I would hardly believe such things would happen in Uganda. At one point, one of my closest friends used to sit me down and tell me, Sarah, people are being stressed in Uganda, people are being harassed in Uganda, there's a lot of injustices in Uganda. I didn't believe it. But if I may share one, for those of you who has some small knowledge or little knowledge about the law, have you ever seen an elected leader being pushed out of office with no court ruling, either or anything that is pinning her about her being guilty? I didn't believe this would happen in Uganda. You elected the president of Uganda Netball Federation. People come up with accusations. They investigate. Reports are not given out. They are not issued out. But you're pushed out of office. They call for delegates to push you, to help them push you. They fail. Then they choose to sideline that organization and start up a new organization. And then they bring leaders and, I mean, I didn't believe this could happen, really. So I think, I would like to say God has been good to me. He has opened my eyes so much, so much. I didn't believe I would be the one or there's any other Ugandan that would be going through what I went through. But I'm so grateful to God that I'm now a different woman. My eyes have been opened. I've really seen. And I know that there's so many cases of injustices. That's why I wish to use or to take this opportunity and use this award. I dedicate it to all those Ugandans who are oppressed, who have tried to fight so hard to seek for justice, and they have failed to secure it. This award means a lot, and it speaks volumes. That yes, the country we serve might not be recognizing us. It might not be appreciating us. They might not be knowing how much we've sacrificed. They might not be knowing how much we go through. But at least at the end of the day, God knows us, and the world is watching, and the world is appreciating us. I watched that video on YouTube. When those gentlemen were introducing me, I cried. I was like, God, thank you. At least somewhere in the world, there are those people who see me as a great person, as a woman of integrity, as somebody who is really, really good and who would add value to the world. Therefore, this goes to all the young generation. Just like the Bible says, there will always be injustices. Even during those days of Jesus, there were so many injustices. But we just need to stand for the truth. My dear children who are biological, and those of you who are not biological, but I really mentor you, and the children of this country, service is not all about money. It's not all about getting rich. It's not all about being loved by your bosses. It's all about service delivery and doing the right thing. Don't worry. If those supervisors of yours do not appreciate you, even if they don't see value in you, God knows you, and God will always find ways of appreciating you. I wish to thank all of you who stood with me. I'll begin with my bosses, the delegates of Uganda Netball, all the executive members of Uganda Netball Federation. This award is for all of us, those of us who stood by the truth and fought on. I would also like to thank the media. If it wasn't for the media fight, believe me, nobody was going to know what I'm going through, and I wouldn't be here as a winner. This award, I dedicate it to all the media houses of Uganda. Thank you so much for standing with me. Even if I was alone, I didn't have money. I don't remember giving anybody money. I don't remember meeting any media house bosses for publicity, because I didn't have it. But you did it as Ugandans, and you gave me the visibility to the extent that the world recognized me. I don't know what to say. I thank you so much, the social media team. Each time I read the comments that you posted the time I was taken to Luzira, I feel like I have a family, and I feel like a true Ugandan. You guys have loved me, have supported me, have stood with me. I wish to thank my family so much. My children, my mother, my husband, my brothers and sisters, my closest friends. You have prayed for me, you have consoled me, you stood with me, and here we are. We are standing tall with this mighty award. But also, in a special way, allow me to dedicate this award to the people or to the community. Yes, I'm a Ugandan, true, but I come from Buddu. The people of Buddu, most especially the people of Bukakata and Buunga, the people of Bukoto East, here I am, your daughter. Thank you so much for your support, for your prayers, for loving me this much. I also dedicate this award to you. May God bless you. We can't keep on running from problems and challenges. So let's say if your mother or father happens to have some habits, should you denounce them from being your parents? I think the best option is staying within NRM, and we fix our house and put it into order. I'm an NRM. I don't think it is right for me to run. Where will I go anyway? Where there is no corruption? You've heard what happened in Noob. I wouldn't want to mention people's names. You've heard what happened in DP. I wouldn't want to mention people's names. It's like corruption is a disease not for political parties, but for individuals in Uganda. Therefore, using that for political gains, I don't think it's right. So I don't intend to cross from one party to the other, but my mission is to stay and remain within NRM, and I fight corruption. Yes, it does. It does, because Uganda Netball Federation is an organization for delegates, for Ugandans. It's not a government institution. So it is until the delegates sit and choose to dissolve it, that's the only way it can be dissolved. We are doing netball activities in different districts of Uganda, and I think netball should not end with me. As soon as I leave, some other person and some other team will come and take over, and they should resume their duties from where we've left them. So we are having a lot that we are doing. We are identifying talents. Very soon you'll be seeing tournaments of young children, the juniors. You'll be seeing them across the country. And just like you know, we were so much disorganized by these court processes and all that. Of course, we had to first push back a little, and then we reorganize. But very soon, you'll be seeing the activities of Uganda Netball Federation across the country. As you all know, that the national team is our team. Of course, we are all Ugandans, and at least you, the media team, you know that these are new girls that joined the netball during our days. And these are the same girls. So we love them, we support them, we pray for them, and I pray that they win where they are now for Africa Championship.